Sorry about that. I ran out of storage on my old crappy phone. But let's pick this up. I was getting to the end, so this will either be part two or I'll try to combine them somehow. Um, we're talking about the mystery religions. Oh, all right. The whole point, the whole goal of the three world wars, the whole point of poisoning the people through the food, the water, the air, the pharmaceuticals, and subverting and infiltrating all your lawyers and doctors and this and that and what the protocols talks about, all of it. Institutionalized religions, Jesuits, the Illuminati, the bloodlines, mockery of the tribes of Israel, the counter. Anyways, it's Alice Bailey's The Externalization of the Hierarchy, okay? In their year to start this externalization is this year, 2025. You can get into things like the Deagle Report. You can see how ripe and primed the world is for the Third World War. They've got one in the chamber and the safety's off for all the nihilists and the atheists. They're going to unleash them for the final social cataclysm. They say a formidable social cataclysm. This whole process, and where these institutions called religions of men, that I call them, all of them have their part to play with their poor doctrines, their horrible eschatology, because what Christianity is peddling for the end times through some twisted futurism or even some I don't know, pre, post, mid, whatever, all of it is through the lens of long institutionalized, front-run, usurped, and subverted faith, which is meant to... It's the Tea Party, folks. That's what Christianity is. It's the Tea Party of the true faith. It started off organic and wholesome and real, and it became co-opted, and now it's controlled opposition. Anyways, the externalization of the hierarchy, the whole point of it is to bring back the pantheon, all right? I'm talking the Egyptian pantheon. You know the Egyptian pantheon, the Greek, Roman pantheon. It's all the same thing. All over everything other than the God of Israel, the true Israel. Anyways, I'm gonna go too far in the weeds here. Is worshiping this pantheon. This is the hierarchy that they wish to make externalized, because if it needs to be externalized, which means to be brought out forth, to be revealed, then it is hidden. This is the hidden hand, folks. You ever see the Pope and them do that? They shove it in their thing. It's a head nod. It's a tilt. It's the hidden hand, people. This is the point of everything that they're doing, and they are in every institution. They are your... all right, I'm getting too far off. Yeah, the externalization of the hierarchy is the whole point. And the whole point with this next world war is to consolidate power, essentially, and to do the death knell for people that are seeking God, like the average Christian, truly want to know Him. They've been front run and deceived, which is why people like me are out here trying to wake you up. Like, read the book, do what it says. Period. The rest of it, just tune it out, man. The words are there for you to read. You don't listen to men. Don't listen to me. Go search these things out for yourself and do what's commanded of you. And then you would actually be part of what you're claiming to be. And anyways, the point of the three world wars in that letter to Mazzini from Albert Pike, which was a master, crazy Freemason, Satanist, is to basically destroy the religious structures they've created, their fake dichotomies or whatever it is, their false house of cards, disillusion people that were actually trying to follow Christ, but then they front-runned it and turned it into a religion of men. So that when they are deceived, which you already are, if you call yourself a Christian and you're part of the institutionalized religious crap, you're already deceived and you're already primed for the picking. I got too much. It's wake up time. Chickens are out, and just a lot going on here every morning. the whole point of it is to externalize this hierarchy, and as in the letter to Mazzini, it's to bring to light I think they call it the universal doctrine of Lucifer. Okay? This is your New Age-ism. This is true Judaism, by the way, which is Kabbalah. And that is going to be brought to light. That is what the nations will worship. That is the same religion from Babel. It's the same religion from before the flood. It's the same promise from the garden. It is that you can become a god without the Almighty. All right? It's Satan's promise to his people. I also wanted to get into a little bit, like what for, right? Why are they going to do this? And why haven't they been able to do this before? I told you before, the restrainer. The reason it's different is because there's an appointed time for these things to happen. Number one. Number two, when the restrainer is removed, which I believe it's Michael, because he's talked about restraining, and he's also the Prince of Israel, the archangel over the people of the covenant, the nation of Israel. That's what Scripture says, at least. I could be wrong, but either way, whenever the restrainer is removed, that final sequence can begin. The seals can be lifted or broken, and shit can really hit the fan. And it's gonna, and we're ready for it because they know the time is now. I can get into like the beasts and the first beast, second beast, and all of that in Revelation. It's another point because I probably have a much more unique approach. I have I agree partially with historicism. I agree partially with futurism. I think they're both right, and they're not so separate, actually, because they are the fulfillment. Anyways, that's not the point of this. But there is going to be an end-time sequence with these power structures, and there's going to be literal, what people call the Antichrist, the man of sin, son of perdition, son of lawlessness. He will rule the nations. He'll have his false prophet also, which will be a man. It's all to get us to the point that we're getting to. And what's coming next, folks, is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. And I try and tell this to people, like, the truth does not sit easy. I mean, remember when some of the apostles or the prophets were like given the sweet scroll? And it's like it's sweet to the taste, but it makes your stomach bitter. That's how the truth is, and that's how it hits. And unfortunately, there's no way I can slice this to make it nicer for you. I'm looking forward to the time of the two witnesses. I can't wait to see the power of God working in this world. Because go look up all the things prophesied about the end time shepherds, where they goeth through and treadeth down. Like, think of like 144,000 Moseses. And Elijah's walking around for all the nations of the earth saying, let go of my people with great power, like in plagues. And it's going to be crazy. And I'm looking forward to seeing the power of God. And 90+% of all of Scripture, regardless of who's writing it, all talk about the end times. And the one consistent thing they all said is, blessed is that generation that gets to see the power of God. So I believe we are the last generation. I mean, why else would you have generations X, Y, and Z? That's another little, you know what I mean? Occult wisdom for you. We're called millennials for a reason. You know what I mean? It's all over the place, folks. But, and just so you know, I don't believe that crap from the occult. I'm just using what they say to try to get the point across to you. They believe that they're going to win. This is the parable of the vineyard. In their books, like their scriptures, their whole intent is to kill the heirs of the vineyard, which is the earth, so that they can take the inheritance. This is why when the restrainer's lifted, they force Christ's hand. They force God's hand to send Christ and the angels, lest no flesh be saved. Let that sink into you, folks. That's what we're walking into, like sheep to the slaughter. But there is refuge in the wilderness for us. But you need to be watchful and waiting for the ensign, the ensign. It's a banner to the nations. It is the signal that God's calling his people. It starts the gathering. And remember, this is a process. It's not just an end times event when the angels do all the collecting. There are end times shepherds that are raised up from among the people to shepherd the people from all the four corners, the four winds. This is the second Exodus. These have to be fulfilled, but it does culminate with the rapture or resurrection event when the angels do come and gather everybody that's alive and remaining, and the dead resurrect, the righteous dead at least, because the rest of the dead won't live until the 1,000 years is over. Yeah. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Trying to figure out what works here with the channel. I've got limited time. I spend all of my free time. I don't do entertainment. I don't watch television. I don't do that. It's all research, and it's all trying to do some sort of good for the kingdom. Seriously, folks, if you have questions, ask them. I don't mind answering. I will answer any question I can, and if I do not know the answer, I will tell you. I'm okay not knowing things. I'm not a prideful man. I do not care to be right over anybody else. I just care for the truth, and I don't care what it costs me. I just need to know it. I don't care what it is. I just need to know what it is. I have no ulterior motivations like most people. I'm never going to be selling you anything. I'm never going to be monetizing anything. I don't want anything from you except just to see you. I want to see your happy ass in the kingdom. Buy me a beer there for free. You know what I mean? Whatever. Anyways, I love you all. Leave it in the comments. If you're interested in these things or you want further details, I'm working on a video, folks, but I've got old tech, very old tech, hot wired it myself because, long story short, long story longer. Anyways, I'm doing the best I can, and I can't justify allocating the financial resources to buying a nice computer and a new phone when these things work fine for the scripture research I do and the little Word, well, it's not Word document, it's pages that I write my scripts in. Anyways, my narratives, video narratives. Anyways, that's it. Leave it in the comments. God bless, folks. Take care, and take what I said seriously and prepare, because practicality. Well, I changed the name a little bit. I said Appalachian Grit, functionality in the faith, and that is my intention. So, all right, get to it. See you later.